Melty Blood type Lumina is just around the corner. It's coming out about 3 weeks from now, and it seems like a lot of people in the fighting game community are sort of putting a lot of expectations into how good this game is going to be. And while I am being a little bit tongue-in-cheek with the title of this video, I don't really think fighting games need saving. Guilty Gear Strive came out like a month ago, and that game is really huge. We're getting King of Fighters 15 next year, so like there's lots of good stuff happening with fighting games, but I do think that there's a lot of reasons to be very excited about Melty Blood type Lumina. Not least of which is that it's made by French Bread, who have a pretty good track record. The Melty Blood games in the past were obviously pretty well beloved, as well as the Under Night In-Birth games. Those were really great. In addition to that pedigree, we've also got rollback netcode. This is the first time that we've seen that in a French Bread game, so that's exciting. We've got hand-drawn sprite art. Is anyone else excited about this? It's been so long, I feel like, since we've gotten a 2D fighting game with actual 2D art. Which obviously, you know, we get a lot of beautiful 3D art games, Guilty Gear Strive and Dragon Ball FighterZ and all that, but there's something about the sprites, man. There's something special about it. And another thing that I think is kind of exciting about this game is definitely there are some systems from the previous Melty Blood games that are not present in this one. For example, like, you don't select your moon. In the previous game, selecting, you know, crescent, half, or full moon affected the way your character plays. It was almost like having 3 different characters for each character in the cast, depending on what moon you pick. So that is not in this game. So there is sort of that level of depth that is not going to be there. But other than that, really, like, the game seems to be very faithful and true to the previous games. There's definitely a trend in fighting games right now where they're trying their best to appeal to beginners, trying to take away stuff that's overly complicated. Guilty Gear Strive, you know, they took out a lot of combo options. They took out Okizeme. Dragon Ball FighterZ, also a very simplified game. Street Fighter V, pretty simplified from the previous games. So this is a trend that, you know, I do think it's good to try to bring people into fighting games who aren't experienced. It's a very hard genre to get into. But at the same time, I think there is room for both games that are trying to be beginner friendly and games that are trying to appeal to hardcore fans who have been around the genre for a while. And from what I've seen so far, Melty Blood type Lumina definitely seems to be in the latter camp. It's looking like a lot of the things that we've seen in the previous games are going to be there in terms of combo routes, mix-ups, a lot of craziness. So I'm really excited for that, and I'm really excited to get my hands on the game in less than a month now. But I already did a video where I reviewed some character trailers for the characters we've seen so far. But now we got some new ones, so I'm going to be going through those, and we also have some uncut gameplay footage that I'm going to look at, and we're maybe going to talk about some of the systems in the game and why I think they look cool. So yeah, we got 3 character trailers I wanted to look at here. We're going to go through and analyze them as best as I can, so stick around and enjoy that. Alright, first up we got the Maids, Hisui and Kohaku. So this is actually, I haven't played the other Melty Blood games very much at all, but I have fought against this character and been destroyed by them. It's very hard because, as you can see, both Maids are kind of fighting at once. So you can input moves with the other Maid and they'll do the move, and you can switch control on the fly and create really dirty, messed up, broken mix-ups. You can do overheads, you can do low. Look, see, that's an overhead right there. Oh, the Maid sandwich. You do not want to be in the Maid sandwich. And there's this tree. I don't really know what this tree is doing, but it looks very scary. Let's go through a little bit more in depth here and see if we can pause on some specific stuff. So there you can see, not actually an overhead. CL managed to block that low, but then gets caught by the throw mix-up. So, okay, maybe some of the high-low stuff is toned down. I'm not sure if that would have been an overhead in the old games. And there you can see she puts out the plant. I'm not sure if there's some kind of mechanic where the plant starts out normal and then you have to power it up to make it all big and buff. I have no clue. We get some clashes here. We get some use of the shield mechanic. I feel like they definitely know that that's kind of some flashy stuff for trailers if you put clashes and shield counters. Now this is crazy, right? She gets hit out of calling the assist attack, but it doesn't matter. The attack still comes out, and you get a combo off it. Oh my god. That would be so tilting. And then, of course, we got the buff tree. And I'm not sure Is the tree attacking on its own? Or are you having to input attacks with the tree? That remains unclear to me. But there we end with the super. So, okay, those are the maids. I mean, I think this is probably going to be a pretty sort of high-level character, a character that's going to be a little harder to play because you have to keep track of 2 different characters, but the potential seems pretty extreme, right? If you can get those sandwich combos going, if you can get the mix-up switching to the other maids so that you can do left-right mix-ups, whew, that seems tough. So definitely going to be fearing Hisui and Kohaku in the final game. All right, next up we got Miyako Arima. She seems to be kind of like a kung fu type of a hand-to-hand character. Reminds me a little bit of like Enkidu from Undernight, or maybe like Chie from Persona 4 Arena. But just laying the smackdown here on Shiki. Look at the damage though. And a combo off the throw? Guys. Oh, and the cross-up? The schmicks? I kind of like what I'm seeing. There we see the reverse beat coming into play. More clashing, more shielding. Oh my gosh. That's it, man. These trailers are short. I wish they would give us a little bit more, but they're definitely short, but they're hype. Kind of like this character, short but hype. I mean, look, she's like 3 feet tall. So I'm noticing a lot that a lot of characters have this sort of launcher where it like freezes the screen and zooms in, similar to like Marvel or something. You guys can blow me up in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that this was a thing in the other Melty Bloods. So this might be like a new thing to sort of draw attention to using launchers and combos to make air combos a little bit easier to get a handle on as a new player. But then, you know, we see the double jump combo ending with the air throw. I've talked about it so much that ending combos with air throws, I feel like this is Melty Blood is like the one game where you actually see that, and it gives you a knockdown so you can set up some Oki. So here she lands the throw, and this is actually a moon skill, or like a moon special. I didn't realize this was the thing, but you can spend like 3 percentage parts of your moon. I believe there are 11 segments of the moon, so you can spend 3 of them to do a powered up special move. So it looks like that's what allows her to combo off the throw here, and you can see she loses a little bit of moon meter there. The other use of the moon is to activate Moon Drive, which is like an install that powers you up, and then the moon slowly drains when you do that. Oof. And see here, you can see the Moon Drive activation. So you can use Moon Drive activation as kind of like a Roman cancel to cancel out of whatever you're doing and freeze the screen so you can combo off it. I love this. Just reverse beat into the jab. If you don't know, reverse beat, a common mechanic in Melty Blood and Undernight. You can go from a heavy normal into a light normal. You can basically go from any normal into any normal as long as you haven't already used it in the chain. So she's able to use the light normal to get fast recovery, and then just dashes up and does this. Is this a DP? I don't even know. But it connects. And then, of course, we got to get some classic slashes here and a shield counter into a super. And here we're going to see another moon special. She just lost a little bit of moon meter there. And then we go into Arc Drive, which I believe is like a level 3 super. Takes 3 meters and does quite a bit of damage. So yeah, Miyako looking like a hardcore rushdown character. If you like to get in the opponent's face and apply the mix and do the big damage, seems like a good choice. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that one. All right, and then finally here we've got Noel, and I believe that Noel is the only character they've revealed so far for Type Lumina who was not playable in any of the other games. So this is a new character, so that's kind of interesting. Based on a brief Googling, it looks like she's kind of the understudy of CL. So she's got the same sort of like murder nun aesthetic going on. But instead of a bunch of knives, she's got this big like lance polearm thing. Ooh, big overhead. Don't want to get hit by that. And then we see the zoomed in launcher again, like I said. Ooh, a little bit of pressure there with the projectiles. Oh, was that an overhead, do you think? Or was that just a stagger frame trap? Not sure. More clashes, of course. It's not a trailer without some clashes and some shields. And then we go into the arc drive, level 3. Ooh! Oh, violence! This is not for the kids, guys. Alright, hold on. Let's go through this. So we see the double overhead. Gets him every time. Make him block the jump in, then go overhead again. Always works. And there, yeah, is the zoomed in launcher. Yeah, maybe I'm totally wrong and all the games work like this, but I honestly don't remember. But cool air combo. And so this is actually a moon move. You can see she lost a little bit of moon meter for that double projectile. Seemed like she might have been super plus there off the projectile being blocked. That's why she's got a hit. That's my best guess. But then we go into a level 1 super. And so here, immediate moon drive off that special connecting. And then you can go into a swaggy moon drive combo. All the clashes and shields. And then I believe that was another moon special there. Used up, I think some moon meter was used on that. And an interesting note is that landing attacks gives you moon meter. Every combo that you land will give you 1 moon meter. And also using a super in a combo will give you a little bit of moon meter as well. It'll give you 1/11th of a moon meter. At least that's the data that I've gleaned so far on the game. And then into the arc drive. Pretty hype, man. Pretty hype. So, yeah, Noel, another pretty cool character. I would say Noel and CL, probably the 2 characters that I think look the coolest so far. Maybe because they're kind of like weapon fighters. That appeals to me a little bit. But yeah, like, I really want to try almost every character. I think they all look really fun. So I'm pretty hyped for that. But before we close out the video here, there is a match video that I want to watch. They released a full unedited match video here. CL versus Shiki. And we can get a little bit more in depth with some of the mechanics of the game and stuff. And, you know, see what, like, the full flow of a match looks like. Maybe a few less clashes and shields will happen than in the trailers, but we'll have to see. So first of all, we've got a new anime game quote at the start. Open your magic circuit. Now, I've seen people theorizing that here's what they're talking about: your internet connection. When they say open your magic circuit, what they mean is connect your Ethernet cable so that you can have a smooth connection to your opponent. That I think that's what they're trying to subtly imply here. Also, just like the previous games, you can run around and do nonsense before the match starts, so that's kind of fun. Marvel was also a series that let you do that. But now we actually get into the gameplay here. Throwing the knives. Ooh! Hit by the moon move. By the way, you do start the round with full moon. So that's kind of interesting. You have some resources to spend right at the start. And CL did spend it on going into moon drive there. But gets launched. Air throw ender. What's the Oki? Whoa! Charged up attack. Hit the fatal counter. She actually used heat to get out of that situation. She's trying to run full screen. Okay, now Shiki has activated moon drive. The uppercut gets blocked, but he gets to move afterwards, so no punish. Using the projectile Rekkas there. Lands the throw, but there's the wake-up invincibility. Comboing off it, too. Oh my gosh, but CL with a little bit of invincibility of her own on that up kick. Oh, we are seeing the shields come into play here. Let's go. Gets the launcher, air throw, ender. What's the mix? All right, blocks the attack. Wasn't an overhead, actually. And Shiki takes round 1. Now, does the moon meter carry over? I haven't actually paid attention to that before. Yes, okay. Wherever your meter was at, carries over across rounds. So that's important to know. Your moon meter and your super meter. Bro, these combos are so sick. Alright, so he uses moon drive for the invincibility, recognizes what's happening, and uses the shield. Why was the sound effect on that punch so beefy? That's amazing. Alright, getting a combo while she's still in moon drive. Shielding the projectiles. I like that. CL is on 4 meters. I believe you can use 4 meters to use like your super ultra super move. I believe the strongest super move costs 4. Not the one that she just did though. She just did arc drive, which I believe is your normal level 3. Ooh, and there's the air to ground throw. Combos off it. Oh, that's so sick. I want to play CL, man. She seems so cool. Alright, burn your magic circuit. Burn your magic. So now they're saying burn your Ethernet cable. Wi-Fi warriors rise up. You guys know what I'm saying? Let's go. Round 3. Double Luigi. Alright, he lands the throw into the corner. Ooh, the pressure. Goes straight into the super here. Oh, to the other side though. Oh my gosh. That looked dirty. Oh, and the conversion too. I'm not sure if he's getting extra combo potential here from being in Moondrive. I'm not sure how much Moondrive changes, but damn, that looks sick. But there, uses the dive instead of the air to ground throw. A little bit of a mix up there. Ooh! Alright, he wakes up with heat activation. Both players in heat now, so they both have access to their powered up super. And you recover a little bit of health, I believe, when you're in heat, but they're out of it now. Alright, throwing the projectile Rekkas. Shields and clashes, man, it's really happening. Alright, there's the combo ender. What's the mix? Just blocking. Oh, baits the shield into the combo. That was so sick, dude. Oh my god. Okay, now I know we talked about it already. We talked about, you know, it does Melty Blood have a distinct lack of drip? Maybe a little bit, okay? Maybe a little bit in terms of the character designs. They don't have the most drip in the world. I can admit that. But the gameplay, though, the gameplay looks so sick. I cannot wait to play this, dude. It looks so good. And September 30th, man, it's coming up. It's coming up 3 weeks and change. Unfortunately, no pre-orders on Steam. I don't know what that's about, but sorry, Steam players, you can't preload it. I'm probably going to get it on Steam and PS4, I guess. It's cool that it's coming to Switch as well. But yeah, I'm excited about the game. Are you guys excited? Do you think it's going to save fighting games? Or whatever clickbait that I want to hit you guys with? Let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all for watching.